my old this valve cover. These are my old cam forwards. And then this is the front drive for the ignition. And I got 3 cams. In fact, this is my old cam. It's an FB cam because they had lots of material on them, and you could get a good grind, a Winfield around those. And I've got a stock FB cam here that's never been touched.
How many degrees?
60 across the top and 68 each way across the bottom with a 1.5 to 1 rocker. It was 448 or 458 degrees or thousandths of opening. 60 across the top overlap and 68 each way across the bottom. And we used to drive our oil pump off the end of there.
No, this isn't a special cam. This is a stock cam that's been reground.
Stock cam that's been reground. Right.
Because you can see this is a lot smaller than what the original was.
Well, they go to the base to get the lift between your difference, yeah. But here's a stock B cam.
So you can go back to whatever lift that you want.
That's not it.
You can go to a different grind if you want. You can get 72 degrees.
Yeah. But this is a stock B cam. And they were hard to find, but it's got a lot of wear on it. It's still got lots of material, and it's a forging too. But that's
so what? It's a forging what?
Forging.
It's forging.
Oh, okay.
Not a cast cam like they use nowadays.
Okay.
That's of about a 19. What the FE was made in 1919, 1920, 1922, somewhere along in there. Yeah. But we used to use that cam because it had more meat on it to get a good grind, and old Winfield would grind the cams for us. But I was going to show you this.
Where was Bud down? Someplace Springs?
He was down in near the Burbank Airport.
That's what we had in one of our cars. First
when I knew him, when I dealt with him, he was at near Burbank Airport. But see, here is it's an oil pump, a Jewett oil pump, and this all comes together, and just the distributor goes in here, and this bolts onto this. There, yeah.
And this is your drive.
It drives off the end of the cam. But that's all bearings. It's got bearing for this down in there, and it's got 2 bearings in here. And then that's a Jewett oil pump.
What's it off of?
A Jewett.
What's a Jewett?
Car.
Car.
Oh, it is.
Old car. But that thing will put out whatever pressure you want. We've had it. When I started up, it had 100 pounds of pressure, and I had a 40 or 50, so I wouldn't float the babbitt out of the bearings.
Now, how do you run the crankshaft, Bob? Is there a gear on the end of the crankshaft and then a timing chain? Is that how you...
No, it's a gear.
It's a gear to
So they're gear to gear?
Yeah. In fact, here's the gear.
Okay.
And this is beefed up so it wouldn't come apart, see? And this is where it drives off the end of the...
Oh, okay.
That's what drives the
Now that's on the end of
distributor and the oil pump.
Okay, okay.
here's some more rods.
Yeah, those are the ones I got cleaned up. Just starting to clean up. I haven't finished them yet, but I've got those ready to have them matched before I do any more work to them.
Well, these you don't. Yeah, these are going to be the ones in the middle.
Well, those are the ones going to be the ones in the middle, right? And
why are those special? The ones in the middle different than the end ones?
because of the difference. See, this is a Ford crankshaft, a 1932 Ford crankshaft.
Okay.
33 actually. And the distance between
That
this
and the front
and the hole in this block is offset. So you have to offset the rod in order to pick up the center of the piston.
Oh, okay.
We do everything the hard way.
Okay. What's your next? What are the next steps?
I want to get the rods all cleaned up, take the block, crank, and all the rods I'm going to be able to use down to Fresno and have them magnetic inspected, because I don't want to go through about 100 hours of work on that block and find out it's got a crack in it.
Yeah.
I don't want to put this crank in the block after I get all that work done and find out the damn crank's got a crack in it someplace, or a blemish that will, the first time we fire it, it'll blow the whole block and everything to pieces. So the next step is to get all this stuff ready to take down to Fresno. and have it mag inspected.
Now, I don't remember this last time I was here.
No, I just got it cleaned up.
You had that, but
What we did here was we took 2 Chevy oil pans because we wanted about a minimum of 6, 7
I see
quarts.
how you had to modify.
Oh yeah, you had, and I just put this stuff on here because every time this stuff is so old, every time I try to make a weld, it would, as soon as it's set, it would crack. So I put a washer on and daubed up a weld just to reinforce it. But when we first started, we took 2 Chevy pans. It used to end about here.
Yeah.
And took the top part of one and the bottom part of another in order to get enough oil in here.
now why do you need so much oil?
Well,
For cooling.
cooling and sloppage and stuff like that. You don't want to ever run the pump dry when you're driving.
Of course,
everything.
you wouldn't want to go dry.
Yeah.
And it could foam up, and you want to be up. You want to be pulling down the good oil, not pulling
Yeah.
home.
But this is, I don't know what the hell this is off of. I can't remember. I got that out of the junkyard 40, 50 years ago.
Jeez.
And made this up from aircraft tubing and stuff, and it'll, with the oil level about like so, it'll pick up plenty of oil. I got this sandblast, except I want to hone the barrels. I talked to the guy down there, and he says, hey, bring it down, we'd be glad to do it. Make sure it's on there, see to make a barrel.
Well, they